Now, Nebula versus Blade, and of course, they switched their names on me. Getting into it. The battle of the quick bullet, trying to get the percent. Blade opting for his secondary this time around. Smart choice, I guess. Might as well try it out, you know, because he lost his semis against Nebula with the Sheik, so might as well just go for the. I'm sorry. He lost winner semis with Sheik, so might as well go for the, you know, the other main.
Alright, so this is kind of like Sonic a little bit for Nebula, except instead of speed, now you have everything.
Fair enough.
It's
right there.
Kind of terrible for Pac-Man, not gonna lie. But I mean, still, you always have the hitboxes you can throw out, and Bayonetta does not have an easier time with projectiles like Sonic does, but which time exists. Just pull out at the right time, and suddenly Pac-Man is not even on screen anymore.
Yeah, definitely. I do like how that dash attack was like a cool bait. Once again, Blade seeing the dash attack and immediately rushing in, try to punish, but to no avail because Pac-Man connect right out of it, and Nebula using that to his advantage.
Ooh,
back
that was
air,
a nice trick.
Crush, yeah. Good job.
Ooh,
and just like that,
really
the
nice
watermelon
upbeat.
just thrown up and forced an option out of Blade. Blade did not expect that, so he wasn't able to react fast enough or punish it. And because of that, he lost the stock. Very clean play off of Nebula. Good setup.
But with a Hydrant, that's definitely going to be the main pressure tool for Nebula now, because there isn't really much Bayonetta can do against the Hydrant except for hit it, which at that point, that's kind of what Nebula kind of wants you to do if it's in the middle of the stage like that, and then it'll just set up for some kind of fruit, and then you're dead.
Yeah, my man. I don't know what he took, but he took like some nutrition class or something, because he knows what every fruit does. I'm just saying.
I mean,
this man knows what he needs to do.
This man is a PhD in fruit, man. Dr. Mario style.
You're right, man. That's what that.
Oh, but that's
okay, the up air is gonna be able to take it. Unfortunate, even though you're on Battlefield, that will not stop the soul crushing power of which twists into the up air.
Oh, but that nice combo into Hydrant, nice weird string there.
Yep. It's Pac-Man, and it's also Nebula. Nebula is a beast with this character.
You really have to. This is one of the few characters you just really have to improvise with. Because at random times, you really don't even know when you can get your fruit. Even though you're planning to get it, you might get hit before then, so you have to shield that. So you have to completely make up an entire new strategy again.
Well, you know what's really weird though? I feel like Nebula like learned every improvisation possible, and he's just like, all right, I'm stuck in this scenario. All right, let me see if this one will work out, and it just does. Watermelon gonna be off the field. The water hydrant just saying no, thank you. But meanwhile, Blade taking this commanding lead now and going for that down air and
really
taking
nice
it.
trade.
The tech, yeah. Good job coming out. Blade showing the 599 status. The down air beating the recovery. We're in a weird day today. Blade taking that game surprisingly, but also made like good job on him. It looked like he was in a really tough spot the entire game, but I mean he found his one opening and he got it. Good job to you, man. Definitely shows a much better performance than he did the first set that he played. Just off this first game.
You know, another thing that I just thought about that never really crossed my mind is the fire hydrant has the water.
Yes.
The water is definitely going to be one of Bayonetta's worst enemies in this entire matchup, because Bayonetta never wants to get pushed away for any reason, because her combos require her to go in. She can't exactly, combo with anything else other than her up B and side B and such. And when the water's just getting in the way, that's kind of why also Mario has a decent matchup, because it's a push away, then you can lead into a punish with some kind of smash attack, or specifically for Pac-Man, one of his fruits.
I think one of the best things about about Fire Hydrant over Flood in this scenario is that Fire Hydrant doesn't need to be, like, you don't have to press, after you put it down on the field, it's on the field and it's constantly pushing. You don't need to press the button again or hope that mid-combo you can get it out, because it's there for you. So long as you are on the platformer stage that it's there, the platform or, the base stage, as long as you're next to it, it's good. Good grab coming on Nebula, back there, taking stage control, and the up tilt going to set up for a really weird combo where Blade has to re-grab, but Nebula unfortunately put himself in a position to where he couldn't even punch the re-grab. Because of the trampoline.
It was that, but also he charged his smash attack.
Yeah, he was hoping for the jump off the Blade. That's most likely what it was.
I understand that, but sometimes you gotta play it safe against Bayonetta.
Definitely. Right now.
Oh, but that was a really nice hit to back air. That's gonna kill. Jeez.
Yes. Good job. Bell coming out, ringing the bell, stunning your man, and taking a soul.
He's taking Bayonetta to church right now. She may be an Angel Slayer, but it doesn't matter.
Good Witch Twist coming off Nebula, and the charge up smash is going to take away the pack. No extra credit, Blade said. Good job.
Send a pack-to-pack world over there. It's such a terrible game. But we're gonna talk about that. Instead, we're talking about how amazing some of these fruits are, really. And
yeah, and how amazing the adaptation with Blade is. Like, when we're talking to Nebula said, yeah, Blade actually knows this matchup. He usually does a lot, like, better, I guess, today. So probably got in his head or something like that. And right now, Blade definitely showing that he does know the matchup.
Oh, that was a really nice
coming out.
read.
Cleaning man up. Yeah, putting Blade at 73%, putting him in a really bad spot. Nebula sitting at 23. The fire hydrant blocking the bullets. What a homie.
Ooh, but instead the up B coming out, trying to act as a little bit of pressure to get off Pac-Man, I guess.
It's like a weird pressure, and at the same time, it's like a disorientation. Because if you do something like that, it's like, okay, what just happened? I need to adjust to what just happened to me there.
It's definitely one of the most effective tools that Pac-Man has in his entire toolkit.
Yes.
Deleting one part of the stage. Oh, that was a
and going
really...
into the okay, that hydrant was lurking, knowing what was going to happen, and just like that, not going to take it. That was a clean setup, though.
Sometimes I don't even understand this, man.
I think Nebula was just in a really weird spot, and he knew that he was going to get it, but he just didn't know how he wanted to punish. Or he knew how he wanted to punish, he just couldn't get there fast enough. One of the two happened.
I don't realize it, but I didn't realize that for so long, but I've been in some amazingly fast areas. Up air and forward air, they look extremely fast.
Right here, coming out the top, Blade trying to take away the soul, but even with max rage, too low %. I think if that happened one more time, that will be game though. Pac-Man sitting at 62, Blade at 159. The scary thing is that both these players have to play carefully because if one screw up happens, that's death.
Basically, any of Pac-Man's projectiles, I think even Strawberry might be able to kill, but the back air is also going to be able to take it.
Let's go. I say Blade in a little tough spot just because of that percent, but I mean, Nebula was sitting there kind of like, oh crap, I can't really mess this up.
Yeah, he almost got a shine spot.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we got this next game coming out here. The Sheik coming out. Blade feeling confident in it.
I mean, what ain't broke, don't fix it.
Definitely.
And why switch to your co-main when you can switch to your main, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at the same time, like he plays the most where in his in his mind he's comfortable with both of them enough. And he took one game, lost one game, so let's go back to Sheik and see what happens.
Even though Pac-Man is a lighter character, he still has this weird frame where it's kind of like Meta Knights, where he's enough to fall out. He is light enough to fall out of it. He's small enough to fall out of it, but at the same time, you really don't even want to get hit in the first place because she can even kill you even sooner with probably even a forward tilt into a bouncing fish, which ain't even true, but it could be a 50-50 if you really try to make it hard enough. There's just too much going on that she can actually do against Pac-Man. But then again, if you're a main of Pac-Man or anything like this, you have to at least understand all these top-tier matchups.
Definitely. So
I'm certain that he has something in his arsenal to deal with it. And as I said, he beat Blade earlier with his Sheik. So I mean,
you know what it could be right now though, since Blade got the win with the Bale, he's probably sitting there thinking that I've adjusted enough to where I can kind of play it and put my other main again. Maybe I can take another game,
Yeah. Also, shout out. I don't know who made this cake, but it's a cake.
Sam. And Watts.
Nice. Oh, I just missed an entire Z-drop bell into what was that? Forward smash? Jeez. But still, getting nice chip damage with the Gallagher or the Galaxy. I don't remember which arcade game they're trying to base that off. I found Galaxy more fun when I was younger. But anyways, oh wow! But the trampoline was gonna save him. He was pushed off by the water from the fire hydrant, but the trampoline saved him. Jeez, that was some really amazing. Either that was amazing awareness, amazing drift,
or amazing luck.
Just got lucky.
One of the two. Amazing drift, amazing luck, for amazing skill. Mix of all three, I would say.
Oh, but that's not really gonna help. You can't really do anything. No matter what you did, you weren't going to be able to recover from that. Thanks, man. Oh, but that really nice vanish. Unfortunately, not going to kill, but that is extremely close. And Blade really is not in a nice spot because this 69 to 132 is kind of terrible. Not going to lie. But then again, this is she can kind of make it up. But one of the things that come in an advantage, other than the fire hydrant just pushing out the water, other than it being an amazing kill option eventually, other than it being an amazing trap tool, kind of like Gordo, it blocks needles. So you notice this entire time, Blade has not even pulled out a single needle once. Unfortunately, no tech, but the trampoline is going to be able to save him. You can be able to get a back air off. But that forward air is going to be able to take the first stock. 107 to 0% is definitely very difficult to make up, but it's completely possible for Blade.
Definitely. He's in a really tough spot. He's got to climb a really, high mountain here, but If he plays his cards right, he will be able to take this game.
He's gonna have to rely on bouncing Fisher up air if he really wants to kill, or just wait it out against his zoner.
He's definitely gotta he's gotta put on this damage first, so that's the one thing. Other thing he's gonna have to do is hope the Nebula screws up and does something really unsafe. Really tough spot here right now.
Sorry, we're just enjoying some cake.
Yeah, it's really good. So, Blade slowly bring this back. Nebula having a hard time trying to find this kill or find an opening.
Ooh.
But just like I said, the wall am going to come out and give him the game.
You know what? Sometimes you just get scared of the fruits right there. Because, yeah, it happens.
You know what I think it is, though, too? Also, Blade got into his rhythm, and then he lost sight of the disruption that Pac-Man has, and that's just what happened. You know?
It happens sometimes, but it's still completely possible for him to make it up if he tries hard enough. And going back,
Lucina. Wait, was that Lucina?
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Blade. Give him this game.
Showing what his name really means. I mean,
you know, when in doubt, roll the pocket. I'm pretty sure Nebula hasn't played against it enough, and it's a good pick where it's like it's fresh enough to where Nebula's gonna have to like try and adjust to this because he just played against he just played against Bear twice and Sheik, you know, like 4 games. So now he has to play against a more reserved character.
I know
more
enough
like
about
spacing character, you know what I mean?
I know enough about this matchup to say Lucina hard walls Pac-Man really.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure neutral can do like a lot, like kind of like disorient, like and kind of just say no to a lot of projectiles.
No, every single projectile is just blocked up by the sword. She just hits the fire hydrant once, suddenly it's null and negated. Any of the fruits, a forward air, or an up tilt, or forward tilt, whatever it may be, can just kind of completely negate its existence and just flank it out of the way. The only thing Pac-Man can really do is push with water or up B like he just did and act as a trap, force him to jump, and then forward air him. So Nebula's gonna have to play really smart. Pull out a bell, pull out a melon or whatever, pull out that, and somehow make the fire hydrant hit him to where he's at this kind of lead. This is extremely dangerous for Blade right now. Yeah, for Blade right now. Because you never really want to be in this kind of situation against Pac-Man. You never really want to be in this situation against a projectile-heavy character, especially Pac-Man, because of his ability to trap the area around him, thanks to his trampoline and water. Ooh, that raw forward smash up the... I don't want to say this man's getting panicked, but it kind of feels as if he is.
The pocket was a good idea, and it's going to be able to take that stock because of that damage.
But then that's the advantage with Lucina, right?
Yeah.
Once again, him being so light, you don't need to rely on tippers. You just need to rely on raw damage. So 120, a raw forward smash or raw down smash can completely eliminate Pac-Man. So this gets a lot harder for Pac-Man all of a sudden because suddenly you're always in constant danger. Because you can get comboed hard with the sword thanks to its long range, and you're a light character, so you're going to die a lot earlier. Like that, 3 forward airs already in a row, 4 with a string attached. There's just a lot you really can't do against Pac-Man.
Yeah, right now though, Blade definitely looked at it. Like, it looked like it was a really bad time for him, but he's in the lead. Like, you know, it's back and forth right now. Even neutral's kind of just fighting. Like it's like an air neutral this game for some weird reason. But at the same time, you know.
But unfortunately, just landing on top of Lucina with the fire hydrant is going to prove to be completely deadly. But still, just always approaching this Pac-Man. Never letting Pac-Man in is definitely the way to play with this Lucina matchup. And it seems like Blade kind of understands that. Blade is a little bit more of a defensive player, considering with a Sheik.
And just like that, but that sus grab coming out by Nebula and Blade getting it.
It seems like something that Nebula really tries to do a lot is try to punish really hard with a hydrant. And that kind of punish is going to lead into some kind of grab. At least he hopes.
Yeah.
But that ain't really going to happen this time.
I think what happened was he threw the hydrant and thought he was safe, but the hydrant didn't bounce the way he wanted when he threw the grab. And he kind of just looked at it like, all right, time to suck it up. Time to take that L. Because when you play Pac-Man, you go for that grab, that's a hard commit. And if you know you're going to get punished, you kind of just brace for impact. There's nothing much you could do. You just kind of sit there and be like, all right, whatever. When the next game starts, I'm going to walk it for a quick second. Sorry, I just need to check some things real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll be back in like maybe 20 seconds, and I don't want to like leave you here mid-set. But
no, it's fine.
I need to check one thing out. And it looks like the cloud coming out from Blade. Interesting, he's going with the picks. He's liking it.
Final second error, but then again, this is also Lucina again. Just more range. but
It's better
not
sword character, definitely.
But not as consistent smash attacks. Because forward smash ain't exactly as reliable as Lucina's.
But that golf swing and that down smash is definitely a lot better.
Definitely. The down smash is probably going to be the most helpful tool in this entire thing. Because
No, the up air is probably, because up air and nair are just going to negate anything that Nebula wants to do. And especially off of that L that he definitely knows that he should have won. He's probably in like a disheartened mood, and Blade's taking that to advantage by picking Cloud, which is like the worst matchup for Pac-Man.
But already showing that Nebula ain't exactly scared right now, being able to pull out all these projectiles, yet still, when you have to deal with this is definitely going to be one of the harder things you're going to have to live with. Limit. Because suddenly, the target you're trying to hit becomes a lot faster, and has a lot more damage in his arsenal right now. Yeah, and then gets 3 more moves. This is going to be one of the harder things for Pac-Man to deal with as well, because, I mean, Pac-Man has some fast moves, but Blade has more range, and even though Nair is a little slower than, say, forward air or up air, it's still going to be able to do too much for him, but still being able to barely escape and instead hit with the back hit of up air. Kind of like he's trying to pull out some Ganondorf, Dr. Watts a little bit.
Yeah, right there, Nebula definitely was trying to get something going. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on anything.
Oh, but the bell being able to hit, and then basically getting the up smash under the platform.
Right now, Nebula's sitting at a clean 100%. Meanwhile, Blade, he's got that fresh stock. He's probably looking for a way to give, like, get this. He's looking for a way to potentially seal Nebula's stock out, but Nebula just playing it smart and playing around him.
Ooh, but the
forward tilt coming out. Good job keeping Nebula on his toes and keeping him in disadvantage off stage, not really giving him anything. The lingering dare, beating out the neutral get up. Meanwhile, Nebula finally finding footing in the neutral and spot dodging into that down smash. Unfortunate.
But still living, even for light characters, somehow surviving against attack boosted, speed boosted Cloud. That's amazing. Oh, but that forward tilt begins to lock.
That time. Yeah, that's it. No real extra credit. 14%. Your man isn't passing with that. Very unfortunate. Nebula just trying to reset neutral right now. Just walk away and get this cheap damage with these up Bs. Definitely okay with it. He's retreating the ledge though, which is kind of bad because that's what cost him the stock last time. But I will say right now, doing pretty good. He's getting that damage, not really giving too much away. And getting these combos in.
Fair to nair to fair, that ain't even true, man. Then again, there was a true combo in this game.
Fire Hydrant covering his landing, and Blade in a really tough predicament here.
Ooh, but the back air being able to do some nice damage, and this is completely, it's still completely doable for Blade.
Definitely.
But, oh my.
Right in the Fire Hydrant now, using that down smash and knowing it'd be safe because you wouldn't be able to punish it. Down tilt onto the shield. So down tilt Fire Hydrant into the shield, and Nebula's just laying on this assault.
Oh, trying to go for the raw up smash. I understand what he's trying to do. He's getting a little greedy, though. And if you get a little greedy against a character with limit, that might cost you the entire game. But the Fire Hydrant just challenging all the air momentum right there. 147. That is terrible, honestly. But you know what? Rage.
You know what's really depressing right now? Yeah, right now, both these characters are in a pretty bad spot. Even though Blade has been getting hit a lot and Nebula has been pretty good at avoiding this damage, Nebula's actually in a pretty tough spot. Because if he goes for something dumb like that grab like he did last time when he was at this percent, he's going to get killed. So I like how he didn't really go for it this time around. He's just kind of laying on the jab damage. He's going to basically play it safe. He's not going to go for some risky plays right now.
This man is just trying to throw out every single kind of hitbox he can, but the other being able to come out and but the water being able to walk away. Oh, but the back air. Still being able to recover though. This is definitely a completely tight spot for both of these characters.
Yes, both of them in a really bad spot. The Golfsman coming out trying to do something, but to no avail. Nair keeping Nebula off stage. Blade in a really good spot.
The scary part is both these characters can kill. One with a tilt and the other one with almost anything really.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if the tilt's really going to kill it back right now.
They're both completely so pressured right now by their own little things they got. The rage, 198%, looking like Sheik right here, not being able to kill anything.
But Nebula was going to be able to take it finally, and Nebula going to take it 3-2. Good performance on both these people. That lasted hella long. And now we got to play the